Welcome to the Unicorn Hunters Podcast. This podcast contains sexually explicit content and erotic stories that may not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised. And now, here are your hosts, Jack and Naomi.
Welcome. I'm Jack.
I'm Naomi.
And this is our first podcast ever.
Yay.
First podcast, first episode. We're both in our 30s. We're working professionals. You're older than me.
Yes.
Yeah. How much older than me are you?
3 years.
It's
10
4.
months. No, 3.
It's 3 years, 10 months. So you say 3, I say 4.
3.
I guess we should describe ourselves. So do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
No, you can go first.
I'll describe you.
Yes,
Okay.
just be easy.
I'm going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nice.
Uh-huh.
You're outgoing. You're very social. You're very personable, which is the opposite of me for the most part,
Yes.
depending on the situation. But
No,
like just in
complete
general, you
opposite.
can usually just talk to anybody. You are Latino. You're Puerto Rican, to be specific. You're very proud of that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But because you're Puerto Rican, you have dark brown, curly hair. Your hair in the summer, especially when it's humid, it poofs out like into a lion's mane, like an afro.
I said be easy.
That's my favorite.
See?
But you know that's my favorite. I love when your hair
My
does
hair
that.
gets a little crazy. I
Yes.
do try to have to
It is a
tame
lion's
it.
mane. I love it. You
Thanks.
have chestnut brown eyes. You have what I like to refer to as honeyed lips.
Well, aren't you being sweet today?
Soft, symmetrical, built for pleasure. You have very smooth olive skin in the winter. In the summer, you get dark quick. Like if we go on vacation, you get dark really quick. Within
Yes, I
just
do
a
tan
couple of
easy.
days, you're
I do.
like super dark.
You tend to like it when I tan.
Yeah, I love tan skin. Probably because I'm so pale. You're short. You're petite. How would you describe your tits? Just big.
My boobs?
Teacups?
To me, they're average.
Yeah,
I don't.
they're
I wish
teacups.
they
They're
were
big.
special.
They're all natural. They're beautiful.
Thanks.
You have a very nice ass. It's brown. You have a tight body. Like you can't really tell that you've had kids.
Oh, just
We work
stop.
out. We work out about 3 to 4 times a week. And we're not
Yes.
walking around with like 6-pack abs or
No,
anything.
no, not
It's
at all. No.
And when I say workout, I mean it's usually like we'll go walking or we lift weights.
Yes, we do.
But
But I'll be honest. I
we're
wish
average. But like you don't.
Yeah, I
I
should
can't
work
really
out
tell.
more.
Well, yeah, I think probably anybody would agree with that.
Yeah,
I should probably work out more. But we work out quite a bit.
we do. Well, we're an active couple.
Yeah.
But yes, we try to
But
live
I wouldn't
healthy.
I wouldn't describe us as like a fit couple.
No.
Your key feature is your butt chin. You have a little Jessica Chastain butt chin. But my
But thank
favorite
you.
part of you is your tits.
Yes. And
They're lovely.
I'm so happy that you do love my boobs. I love it. And it turns me on.
Does it ever get on your nerves though?
Yes.
Because I'm just always grabbing them.
Constantly smacking your hands off me. But you, we're kind of opposite as far as personality goes.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have things naturally in common.
I'm more of an
but
introvert.
Yes, you're definitely an introvert. So.
If we're in like a highly sociable situation, sometimes I'm fine. But like
Oh yeah, I think since you love bourbon, if you were to have a glass or two, that
Yeah, but
you
it's
would
like-
open up more.
if you're like, do you want to go out tonight? I'm usually like, not really. So just stay in.
Yes,
But you're like, let's go out. Come on. Yeah.
I do. I do.
Because you get me out more.
yes. You're not personable, but you can be.
I'll talk. I hate small talk.
Yes, you do. But a lot of people hate small talk, so I don't hold that against you at all. You're that quiet guy over there. That's the thing. You will not. Someone's got to approach you. It's not a bad thing at all.
No,
You're very hot, I must say. You're bald,
kind of.
but you look great bald.
But I buzz my head.
You buzz your head.
I don't shave it.
You don't shave it.
Probably because that takes too much work.
Yeah, but I would love for you to shave your head. Like
Nah, I'm good.
I don't know. Your beard is my very favorite key feature of you because it can get long. You can trim it. I love it
my
long.
beard.
What?
I love my beard.
Yes, you do take care of it.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know. That's kind of how you groom yourself there.
Sometimes I grow it out real big and bushy.
You do. Especially in
for the most part, it's
no
usually-
shave November. I think you
It's
don't.
usually
shave it.
pretty
clean
kept,
cut.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
it's
right
nice.
now it's short.
You have blue eyes. I love your eyes. You're tall. You're about 6'3"
Yeah, with shoes on.
with shoes on.
I'm about a foot taller than you.
Yeah. You are thin. You're not heavy. You're not curvy at all.
Curvy? Can guys be curvy? Oh, I guess guys can
Guys
be curvy.
can be curvy.
Yeah, I'm not like husky. I'm not. But I'm
No.
not skinny.
I guess when I say that you're tall,
I lift
you're in
weights.
shape,
I work
though.
out.
Your arms are not average. Your ass. Ladies, he's got a very nice ass. And your hands, I love your hands. They're very soft and they're clean, which is, I'm
They're
sorry.
clean.
Yes.
They're sometimes clean. Depends on what I'm doing.
Stop. Why does your mind always go there? No, you know what I mean. Clean hands. Like you're very clean.
Clean cut.
Clean cut. There you go. Your dick is very big.
It's average.
No, it's big.
All right, that's enough about how we look.
All right.
Nobody cares.
Nope.
We met at work. We knew each other for about a year, and then we pursued.
Yes.
And then we were married a year and a half after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quickly.
We have a lot of kids. You had one before we got together, and we have two.
Yes.
Why are we doing this? I guess the anniversary story.
Yes.
We were going to a restaurant which was not close to where we live. We live in the Midwest. We live in Ohio, but we were driving a good distance to a really nice restaurant. And for the ride, we were going to listen to podcasts because we love podcasts. But we wanted to listen to something specific to us. Unicorn podcasts.
Yes.
Triad podcasts.
Our swingers podcast. But
we love swingers podcasts.
yes.
The
we do
poly
listen to them.
podcasts are,
They're hit or miss for the polys.
yeah. The
There's
swinger
not-
podcast,
yeah.
as a majority, are all pretty decent, I would
Yes,
say.
they are. They are.
But we wanted something a little more specific to,
Yes.
geared
I
towards
was
us.
really wanting just,
and we couldn't find one.
yeah.
A
unicorn
couple
would
looking
try it.
for
Yeah.
a unicorn or a third.
Yes.
There's no podcast. So we were like,
No. There isn't.
let's start our own. We have no fucking clue what we're doing.
Nope.
But let's just do it. It could be fun. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
What's the worst that could happen?
It could be
Nobody listens to
really
it.
bad. I'm following your lead here.
But we also want to do this because we'd like to chronicle our stories, I think,
Well, yeah.
in our journey of looking for a third, which is not easy,
No.
especially when you live in the Midwest.
No.
It's not so. It's very socially conservative around here. But we've also been doing this for how many years?
Oh, it's been a while.
I mean, we've been together for almost 10, but we've been doing this for a while. We started this pretty early on in the process after we got married.
It's been at least 5 years.
Oh, easy, yeah.
Yeah.
But we can give a lot of helpful information out, which is mainly just the things we fucked up.
Uh-huh.
So
the do's and the don'ts.
We can tell people the shit we fucked up with, and then they just don't do it.
No.
Because there's a lot of things that don't fucking work.
No. Not at all. And
It's
there's
a
a lot
very-
of things. It's hard, though. It's hard to even put yourself out there.
The waves are rough in the sea of unicorn.
Well, people aren't nice about it either.
The poly people aren't nice
The
about it.
poly people aren't nice about it.
Unless you're a male-female couple looking for a male, then they clap their hands and applaud you. If you're looking for a female...
But I still go back to the
They just
logic.
think-
You've got
they act like
everyone
you're a
begins
pariah.
somewhere. Yes, everyone's got to begin somewhere.
Well, we'll
though.
get to the poly stuff.
Yes.
Don't get me started on that. So for the sake of the podcast, we should probably explain what a unicorn is, what unicorn hunters are. So a unicorn is just a generic term, is something that is highly desirable but difficult to obtain. For our sake, it's a bisexual female. But there are some circles that would argue that you can include males in that. So for just unicorn hunting in general, it is when a heterosexual couple seek out a bisexual woman to join their relationship or to just engage in sex. There are some that would define unicorn hunting as a male and female couple that are looking for a person to permanently join their relationship, which is more so probably what we would lean towards.
Absolutely.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, that's our case.
Yeah. And we have had way more failures than successes.
Way more.
What would you say? 1 out of every 8 to 10 women works out? Maybe?
Yes. But what do you call it a success?
Subjective.
At this point in time,
I mean, look, if we have a girl over and, we're all just sitting there and cuddling, watching a movie, that's successful for me. Right?
yes. It is. It is.
If we have a threesome, then, obviously that's successful.
Yes.
But I don't think you can just base it off of that, because if you do, you're going to be downtrodden very quickly.
Yes.
It's not going to be fun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you can get a girl into a hot tub, and that's fun. That's a success.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have to have sex for it to be a success, right?
No. Baby steps.
That should be a t-shirt slogan. You don't have to have sex for it to be a success. We understand that there's probably people out there that are, not probably, there are people out there that are way better at this than we are. There's people in the swinging communities that are very good at this.
Oh, but I also think how long they've been doing it.
That helps. Your location is, to me, is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. Living in Ohio is not the best place.
No, not at all.
To unicorn hunt. It's just not.
No.
Now, we got to this point essentially because you're bisexual, and getting married to a man does not change that.
No,
like
not at all.
when we got married, did it just shut off? You're just like, oh, I'm not bisexual anymore.
No, I think...
I'm only attracted to my husband now.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies.
I think it actually intensified when I got married.
Was that because you were married or because of the person you married? Would you say that I sort of encouraged it, or...
I think you're accepting of it.
But you're bisexual, and you've been open with me about that since we were together. And I think that was something that I wanted you to explore because it excites me. It makes me happy to see you happy in that regard.
That, and I think if you want to use the word as encourage, as you said before, but I think the moment when we were on our honeymoon.
Yes, the honeymoon was, I think, the first time. Well, because I knew you were... Not that you were bisexual, but I knew you were attracted to other women, that you had been with other women.
Yes.
Which isn't a huge deal because I think most women experiment.
Every woman's bisexual.
No, every woman is bi. It's just the man's job to figure it out if it's bisexual or bipolar.
That's a good one. I like that. Okay.
But it was the honeymoon. We got married, we went on our honeymoon like most people. And we're on the honeymoon. We got a honeymoon suite. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't a lot of people where we were.
No.
And the beach was awesome. They had the day beds and the lounge chairs.
On the beach.
And so like every couple got their own day bed and then 2 lounge chairs. And we were mostly in the lounge chairs because laying in a bed on the beach felt weird to me. It was like
you got sand all over the bed.
Weird. Yeah, this is weird. But there was a couple there that had another woman with them.
Yes.
And I don't think they were like a triad or anything like that. I just think it was a friend of theirs. But
probably. But
she looked like an Instagram model.
Yes. Beautiful.
She was wearing dental floss. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
She was fully clothed. She was never naked. It was like she wasn't topless or anything. But she was wearing dental floss.
She didn't leave much to the imagination.
No.
She didn't have to either.
No, she was, dark hair, dark skin.
She was gorgeous.
Dental floss.
It is what it is.
And she would kind of walk close to us. And it was a pretty big space. So she didn't need to walk that close.
No.
But she did sort of get closer and closer. And then one day she walked right past me. But it was the front of her. So she was facing me and I was facing her. And she walked past me. And you were to my left. And we're sitting in these day beds. Or in the lounge chairs, rather.
Yes.
And then I guess she went back to the hotel to get something. Well, on her way back, when she walked past me, she brushed my shoulder. She was facing the beach. I was facing the beach. And there's her ass. Like 5 inches from my face.
Bootylicious.
And I'm just staring at it like, wow. She's got a nice ass. And it's really close to my face. And I don't know who she is. It's just this strange ass in my face. But she did look like an Instagram model.
She did.
So just like when you're scrolling through Instagram and you see a nice ass, you can't help but stare at it. Uh-huh. And I'm staring at it. Newly married, staring at another woman's ass. And I'm like, I'm in trouble. After a couple of seconds, I was like, I'm in trouble. I'm going to look over and you're going to punch me. And I look over and you're not giving me the stink eye.
No.
Nothing. You're not yelling at me. You're staring at her ass.
Oh, absolutely.
And I remember thinking, she's not staring at her like in a negative way. Mm-mm. Like she looks like she's enjoying what she's looking at. And then I think after a little bit, you looked at me and I was like, nice ass, isn't it? And I think
because you had that awkward moment, like.
Well, because I was like, I'm gonna push the envelope here, because I had never pushed the envelope with you with other women. I've never been like, oh, this girl's hot.
No.
I've never said anything like that to you
No,
before.
we were just married on our
And
honeymoon.
I say, oh, it's a nice ass, isn't it? And then you tried to get mad at me. Like, I think you thought, like, I'm supposed to get mad at him right now.
Yeah.
And you couldn't, and you just started laughing, and you were like, yeah, she has a nice ass.
No.
And it was at that moment I was like, yeah, she likes other women way more than I thought she did.
Well, yeah, I think any woman on their honeymoon, that would have been a big argument right there. But no. In our case, it wasn't like that. I was looking at
Lucky
her.
me.
Yeah.
But we do that a lot now. We'll see other women, and I'll be like,
yes.
would you? Or we'll see 3 women, and I'll be like, fuck, marry, kill.
Yes.
You gotta fuck one, marry one, kill one. And I love that game. And you love that game.
That game's fun.
But I think it was it right after we got married that we watched the polyamory show on Showtime?
I want to say that was, without looking it up, that had to be right.
I think
That was the year we got married.
well, it had already been on.
It's a possibility it was
And I
already
don't remember
on, but
how we heard
watched
about it, but we heard about it and we were like, let's check it out.
That's because we had talked about other shows before that. The Cat House.
Yeah, we both really liked Cat House.
Uh-huh.
I should have known when you told me you liked Cat House that you liked other women. I didn't know any women that watched that show.
Girls watch that show.
That show's great.
It's incredible.
If you've never seen Cat House, watch it.
If your girlfriend says she's
It's
never
about
seen
the,
it, she's lying.
It's about the brothel out in Las Vegas, Nevada.
We're going there.
Well, it's near Las Vegas.
It's on the bucket list. It's happening,
We would
buddy.
like to go there. And
Oh, it's gonna
But that's like
happen.
shooting fish in a barrel if you're a unicorn hunter.
Well,
It's too
is it?
easy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So?
You walk in and they literally line up in front of you.
Freebie.
Pick one.
Oh, there
Pick
you go.
2 if you want.
Hell yeah.
But it was the polyamory show, I think, that really sort of had a resonating effect on us.
It did.
Because it was like, oh, there's couples out there who date other women.
Yeah, and
Like
that's
long
when it
term.
yeah.
And they're all on equal ground.
Yes.
And they live together. Some of
Yes.
them have kids together.
Because before then, even for my own experience and knowledge of a threesome, you always heard it was a one-night stand. That is what...
Yeah, it was usually like fly by
That's-
night.
yeah,
Like
it's-
3 friends that were just goofing off and
It is
shit
what it is.
escalated.
Yes, it happened, but that show opened it up to...
Now, before me, had you ever had a threesome?
No.
And
Are you-
I had never
No,
had one.
no.
Neither one of us had any experience with it. So we were pretty ignorant on threesome. But the
Yeah.
hunting aspect, the journey, for us is something that we want to do together. Is something that we want to enjoy together. Even the failures oftentimes are hilarious. We look back on them and just laugh. And you learn from them, which is the most important thing in this, is just evolving.
Yeah.
Learning the tricks of the trade. And this is probably a good time to say that you do actively date other women.
Yes, I sure do.
Which I'm a big fan of.
I'm hunting other women.
You're not hunting. We're hunting. You're just dating other women. I do not date other women. Even though you have encouraged it, I do not date
Yes,
other
I have encouraged you to do
women. I
so.
have no desire.
Which is beyond me.
You do all the work for me. You enjoy it because it's like women love getting together and being social.
But see, and I think maybe that's the thing. It's the social aspect of it as well, and the friendship is there. So
Yeah. And for you, I think a lot of times it starts as friendship.
yes, but
And-
yeah, you gotta have.
And you make it evolve real quick. It's like a superpower of yours. Hey, you want to be my friend? And then like 2 weeks later, you're like, hey, I made out with her. What? You told me she was straight. You know, people say, well, you're just doing this because of your sex life. But
But
you're
I'm
not
not.
doing this because
No.
you need to enhance your sex life. Our sex life is incredible. How many times a week do we have sex?
We have sex a lot.
Like, I mean, I don't want to I don't want to dramatize
not.
this, but we do have sex probably
We do.
2 to 3 times a week.
We do, and I'm gonna
And
be.
we've been together for a long time, almost 10 years.
Yes.
Which
but,
isn't super long. I'm just,
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, we don't have weeks where we're too tired or the kids or.
oh, that definitely.
I mean, absolutely. I would
Yeah.
be lying if I would say that.
But when we go a week
don't
without
have-
sex, we're usually like, we need to have sex. It's been a week. That's
Yeah.
that's a long time.
Well,
for
usually
us.
one of us will say, it's usually me. I'm like, hey,
Your sex drive is way higher than mine.
I think
I have a
so.
decent sex drive. Yours is like out of the roof, though.
I never thought of it
Could you have
like
sex
that.
every day? I think you probably could.
I probably could.
Yeah.
Oh, we did for like the first couple couple years we were together.
Yeah, your
So,
sex drive
yeah,
is
I guess so.
crazy high.
But it wasn't until I
impressive.
met you, I swear.
I don't know if I believe that. It's impressive, though.
It became impressive.
But we do have a red room,
Yes.
which is our bedroom.
Uh-huh.
But and I have jokingly said before that, like, if anything happened to us and our kids or, you know, our parents had to go in and, like, clean out our bedroom, they would be horrified within just a few seconds. Because when you walk into our room, it just looks like a regular master bedroom. But when you start changing sheets, I mean, we have a strap system under our bed.
Yes.
Like a BDSM tie-down strap system that goes underneath our bed and it pulls out in each corner. Our walk-in closet, though, that's where we hide most of our stuff. Well, not really hide. It's kind of sitting out, some of it. But what do we have in there? Blindfolds, whips. You have a lot of lingerie.
Yes, I do.
Nipple clamps.
We have those too. I think I have a couple
Butt
pairs of
plugs.
those. Yes.
Yeah, we got a few butt plugs.
Yes, but the one stuff
Oils,
that
lubes, lotions.
oils, lubes, but the one stuff you put in your mouth that has different flavors. Yes.
Oh, that's just lube.
But some of it, it's for your mouth. It's for blowjobs.
Well, it's for anything. It's just flavored lube.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Put
But
on
we
the-
do have a lot of, like, spankings. Well, I like to spank.
Oh God, I know.
I love to spank. Your nightstand is full of dildos, mostly.
Yes.
Your Hitachi magic wand.
Oh my God, that was my new
Your
toy.
favorite toy.
Yes, that is incredible.
Our porn collection is extensive.
My porn collection, you mean?
Yeah, well, it did start. You had a porn collection when we met.
I did.
You prefer lesbian porn.
Yes.
No shock. You love lesbian porn.
Most people
If
like
you see-
lesbian porn.
If
I'm
you see
sorry.
a guy in a porn, it ruins it for you.
Yes.
Like, you do not like guys in porn.
No. Well, how many people watch porn and they just are like,
But it
"Yeah,
conflicts
let me
with
see
my
this."
favorite porn, which is POV threesome porn.
I'm okay with that because I ain't got to see the guy.
You don't have to see his face.
That's perfect.
But we do have an extensive porn collection. How much porn do you think we have? We have...
We have a lot.
How many... If you had to put it in hours, how many hours of porn do you think we have?
How many hours?
Hours.
It's like never ending though.
I would say easily upwards of 100 hours of porn. If you count the
mean, we got
DVDs
some
and the
movies.
flash drives, it's like close to 100 hours of porn.
Mm-hmm. But
Which is funny because we always end up just looking at porn on the internet. We don't even watch the porn. So it's like we're tired of it.
no, but it's
We've watched it all so many times already that we
But
just
I
don't
also
wanna
have
watch
my favorite too. My favorite ladies.
it. Who are your favorite porn stars?
I must say, hands down, Taylor Vixen is my ultimate.
Yes. Did I introduce you to her?
Yes,
Yes,
you
I
did.
She does only lesbian porn. She doesn't branch out into anything else.
She doesn't need to.
No, we have quite a few of her DVDs.
She's hot. Besides being hot, she's just beautiful.
Her build, is that like your
Yes.
perfect build? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. She's not too skinny at all. She's curvy, and
No,
I like.
she looks like fun.
Oh yeah. But yes, my favorite.
Is that your favorite? Who, if you had like a branch down, who would be below her?
It would be. I have to say, I believe her name is Gianna.
Gianna Michaels.
Gianna Michaels.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she's she's got not a similar build to Taylor, but she's not like super skinny. She's
Yeah, she's a little. I think she actually may even be taller.
she's rocked out.
Yes, she is.
Like she's
Her boobs are real.
she's got some
They're
massive boobs.
Yeah, they're big, but
But
they're nice.
Yeah, she's built
Yes.
well.
And her hair, it's kind of. I think it's
It's like a
auburn.
red. It's like
Yeah.
my beard. It's like a reddish brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Her and Taylor did a scene together.
Yeah, I think I have a little copy of that.
We do, and it was not easy to find. I think they only did like one scene together.
No, they are hot.
Do you have any other porn stars?
No, I just
You watch Christy Mack every once in a while.
I do like her.
Yeah.
I do
She just looks like fun. She looks like she's DTF all the time.
all the time, and she's just. I like tattoos. I do.
Yeah, I don't mind tattoos.
She's got a lot,
She does have a lot.
and I'm okay with tattoos.
Well, it's like every time you see her in a new scene, it's like she's got a new one.
Something new. I like.
But Taylor Vixen and Gianna Michaels, those are your top tier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're just hot.
This is a good segue. What type of woman are you attracted to? If you could build your perfect woman, your prototypical woman for you, what would she look like?
Oh, you know I'm into Latinos.
You do like other Latinos.
Yes. Yes, I do. I'm into the olive skin.
Would you just clone yourself?
Probably, yeah.
Which sounds weird. It wouldn't be weird for me, though. Hair color.
I love dark hair. I do.
Eye color.
Brown.
Skin color.
Olive already said that.
Height.
Yeah, maybe I would clone me.
No,
5'2"?
you typically like taller women.
See, and 5'2" is like my height. 5'3". There
You're short.
has been, yeah, I'm average. Not short.
I think
Everyone's short to you, but yeah, I have liked some taller women.
big tits, small tits.
They have to be curvy. Yes,
So
I
you
would.
like big tits.
Absolutely.
Big ass, obviously.
Yes.
What about legs? Are you a legs woman?
I love your legs, so
I'm a guy.
I know, but I love your legs.
Women, do you like?
Women?
Are you into legs with women?
No,
Thighs?
I'm not into legs.
But you love feet.
I love feet. So yeah, I would probably. So.
You love feet. Do you have a foot fetish? Can you have a foot fetish
No,
if you're a woman?
Stop. I don't know.
Is there such thing as a foot fetish for women?
No, I think it's weird that you don't like feet.
I'm not a big foot guy.
No, you're not. So I'm like, do I have ugly feet? Does my husband think I have
No,
ugly
you have
feet?
cute feet. I'm just not
Yeah, but
sexually
you don't say
attracted
it. Maybe I need to hear
feet.
that. No, I don't need you to be sexually attracted to my feet.
You have cute feet.
Thanks.
Like
You
I'll
never say
massage
that.
your feet and stuff.
Yes.
I'll touch your feet.
Okay, that's all I need
Like
then.
I'm not like grossed out by feet.
Yeah, but
I'm just not sexually attracted to them.
Right.
But your attraction is quite rangy, in my opinion.
Yes.
So that's your prototypical woman, Latino. But in my experience, you have been attracted to everyone from the age of 48 down to 19.
Hey, easy.
Our nanny is
No.
48,
Stop.
and you were big on her for a while,
Yes.
which drove you insane because she's our nanny. So there's nothing you could do.
No.
You don't want to dirty those waters.
No. And I love her.
But
takes care of
but
one
for
of
a
my
long time,
diamonds.
if I said, if you could be with one woman, who would it be? You would have said her.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, if I said that, your answer is completely different. It's one of our kids' dance teachers who's 19,
Yes. Yes.
and she's blonde,
I don't want to talk about it.
and she's pale. She does not look Latino at all.
No.
She's got small boobs.
No, but let's also
got a nice ass,
let
though.
everyone know why the age.
Well, she does look exactly like Olive from the movie Professor Marston and
Yes.
the Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Her name, what is her name? Bella Heathcote. That's her name. She looks like her, like dead on. It's
just her.
uncanny.
It could be her.
And you love Bella Heathcote.
Yes.
You love Catherine Winnick from the Viking show.
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah, she's not bad. You love Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman.
Yes.
She's tall. She's got some legs on her.
Yeah, she does. She's got long brown hair.
And then, like, your recent obsession was Logan Browning, who was the girl from The Perfectionist, I think the movie was called. She had, like, bugs crawling up her arm in the one scene.
Oh, yeah,
That
she
girl.
was super pretty.
Because she
Is that
showed her
name?
ass the whole movie.
You're going to learn very quickly I'm not very good with names.
No, but I am. So I'll tell you who it is.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's
you're
her.
a big Logan Browning fan.
Okay.
Right now.
And I do love, who is the girl who plays, oh my God, Game of Thrones.
Emilia Clarke.
Yes.
Daenerys.
Okay, Daenerys.
You also like
Who is her, side chick, the one she slept with in the book?
the one that hooks up with Grey Worm.
Yes.
Yeah, you like
What
her.
is her name? It's
I can't remember.
something.
I just said I'm good with names.
Yes, and I just called you out but he's not,
I
though.
don't. People who watch Game of Thrones don't.
Yeah,
talk
they'll
about
know.
it. She's built like a brick shit house.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like Nathaniel something. I don't know. She's
Natalie
gorgeous.
Emmanuel.
There you go.
Yeah, you jogged my
Boom.
memory there.
Okay. She's gorgeous.
I think the defining moment in our journey wasn't a show. It wasn't an actress. It wasn't somebody that you're just generally attracted to. It was a coworker of yours. And she didn't work with you. She worked in your building. And you came to me one day randomly. And you were like, oh, I met this woman at work. And I was like, okay. And you were like, yeah, I really like her. And you walked out. And I was like, that was weird. But then I quickly realized, like, she likes her. That was her way of telling, because you had never told me before that, like, hey, I met someone and I think
she
I
was the
really
first
like
one
them.
that I said that.
But you
I liked.
openly were like, I like her and I kind of want to pursue something with her. How would I go about doing that?
Yeah,
And we
I
kind of
needed some
discussed
guy.
it and we kind of figured some things out. And we'll go into that in another podcast because that's one of our stories. But when we first started out, it was coworkers, friends. But that avenue dries out real quick because, it's very selective. It's a small pool. So then we ventured into the lifestyle, swinging.
Yes.
Because there wasn't a lot of polyamory options for us.
Not around this
Ohio.
area, no.
We later found out about poly meetups, which we did end up going to. Mm-hmm. And most of those people look like they just walked out of Woodstock. It's not a very opinionated,
no, and I try not to
looking group.
Be judgmental at all.
No, because some of them are super nice. They're really fun to be around.
Yes.
Some of them are not.
No.
Especially when they know why you're there.
You have to.
A male female looking for a female? Shocking. Poly, I'm not going to get started. Because we're going to go into this in another episode, and I just don't. But swinging, we've tried. But we've never swapped.
No.
We like the girl-on-girl stuff, though. Where the guys watch.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yes.
But we've never swapped. Like, I've never watched you with another guy. You've never been with another guy.
No.
But we're very open about that
yes.
when we meet couples. We're like, hey, look, we like to watch the girls. We're very female friendly.
It just hasn't happened yet.
We just haven't met the right couple.
No, we haven't. And I'm okay to say that. No. We have come close and, But
swingers are fun because they're freaky. They'll jump into anything most of the time. They're very open-minded. They're very sex positive. It's just a fun crowd. And also, there's a lot of single women on the swinging websites. Usually recently divorced women looking for fun that are on the swinging websites. They're not that hard to find.
No, there's
there.
several.
Yeah. But you have no interest in men.
No, I don't.
Because I've even been like, would you swap with another guy? Would you date another guy?
I don't want to think about it.
And your comment to me is always, look, if something happened to you or we didn't work out, I'm just going to be a lesbian.
Mm-hmm. I know I would.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what we said earlier, that if we found the right couple, we just haven't yet.
No, we have not.
And that's the reason for this podcast, because
but we've
of the
met
journey.
a lot of nice couples.
Yes, we have.
We've met a lot of nice unicorns.
Absolutely.
What are some of the other things that we've tried? Some of the off the beaten path
book
attempts,
clubs.
book clubs, which are a joke.
Oh my gosh.
It's hard to find a book club. And when you do find them, it's like full of old women.
And they're really late at night, and typically on
They
a
are
Monday
odd times,
night.
like Monday nights. Why are you meeting on Monday nights?
I guess because they don't have jobs the next day.
Or maybe they're just too busy on the weekends. Their lives are so crazy.
And our weekends can be really full. I mean, we're constantly on the go, and we work long hours.
We tried dating apps for a long time.
Yes.
And
still
garbage.
do dating
They're
apps.
so garbage.
Oh my God. They're the worst.
There is not one solid dating app for bisexual or lesbian females. There's just not. You got a stalker on a
I don't want to talk about that.
That's for another episode. You got a legitimate stalker. That was scary. We'll talk about that in another episode. But dating apps, try them, but like.
So are we saying these are the don'ts? I mean, they're fun. They are.
No, try dating apps because, look, and again, it goes back to it depends on your area. If you live in Austin, Texas, or New York City, or
I'm
LA,
with you on that.
I mean, these dating apps would probably
California,
be beneficial to you.
Texas, New York.
But when you live in a socially conservative area like Ohio,
there's nothing.
Dating apps are the worst. And we live near a major city, so I mean it's not like but that's a good introduction for us, I think. Right? I don't think there's anything else that we should delve into at this point.
No.
But I think as an introductory podcast, we should talk about your first time with another woman.
It's everyone's favorite time. It's story time. Oh, yeah.
Your first time, how old were you?
16, 17.
But just as a preface, so you were a military brat growing up.
Yes.
You were born on a military base.
Absolutely.
Both of your parents were in the military.
Yes.
And you moved around a lot.
A whole bunch.
You lived in Colorado, Texas, the Northeast.
Yes.
Ohio. Mm-hmm. Kentucky at one point.
Connecticut?
Well, I said the Northeast.
Yeah.
Because you moved around the Northeast, I think, quite a bit.
Yes.
But your dad and mom, they got divorced when you were
I was about 4.
4. Mm-hmm. And your mom moved back to Ohio, and your dad stayed in the Northeast.
Yes.
So starting at about the age of 5, you started going up and visiting your father for the summer.
Yes. He had custody of me during the summer months. So
What months?
it was the first week when school would typically let out many moons ago was usually
Was
like
probably
the
different
last
state
week
by
of
state.
May.
So you were there probably June through.
Yeah. So June all the way up until Labor Day, which was September. So I was typically there.
So you're there a good 3 months.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Entire summers, he had custody of me. So I had to go.
And when you would go up there, you would typically hang out with your cousins because they were your age.
Yes.
And your dad remarried and had 2 more daughters.
Yes.
So you had 2 sisters. And your cousin, one of your cousins specifically, had a friend. What was her name?
It was Lydia.
Now, did you know Lydia before you were 16, or was this...
I knew of her.
But you had never, like, actually hung out with her?
No. No, I had never
Not for,
hung
like,
out.
extended periods?
No, she would come with my cousins when there was barbecues and things like that. I just knew of her and her name. I never hung out with her.
But for whatever reason, when you went up there as a 16-year-old, she was kind of always around.
Yes.
I guess when you get older, you hang out
When
more.
you get older, you start hanging out with the older
You don't
kids.
have to be in by certain times as much. And so she was around more.
Yes.
And how did she act around you?
It was different.
Like, did you
between
know
us.
she was attracted to you?
Yeah. I think
quickly?
so. Well, when you're that young, you're not sure.
Right.
You just you start finding ways to be alone.
Was she flirty?
Yeah.
Touchy-feely?
Yeah. And I think
More
that's...
so than with other girls that you noticed?
Yeah. It's like, oh, let me help you put that on. Do you want to try this? My bathing
Now,
suit.
were you instantly attracted to her?
Yeah. She very pretty.
Were you always attracted to her? Like, was she somebody that you always... Obviously, you knew of her. Were you always like, oh, she's cute?
Yeah.
What did she look like at the time?
Well, she is darker than me, so olive skin.
Was she Puerto Rican?
She's also Puerto Rican.
Darker than you?
Way darker than me.
Really?
Very.
Because you get pretty dark in the summer.
In the summer. But
Yeah.
I still look
But
like
this
a
was the
white
summer,
girl.
right?
Yeah. She was probably dark. Oh, shoot, I was probably dark too at that time.
Were her features darker? Like her hair and her eyes?
Yeah, she's got like coal black, long
You're
hair.
more of a dark brown, curly.
Yeah.
Was her hair curly?
You look at her and know she's Spanish. You look at me and look at a white girl.
Not me, because I'm super white. So I look at you and I'm like, she looks like she's got
but
something.
you know
in her.
my family. Maybe that's why. But with her, you look at her and you know that she is, if not to me, she looks Puerto Rican though. So I have to say that. You know that she's Hispanic.
Was she curvy at 16?
No.
No.
No. She's
I'm
curvy
assuming neither
now.
one of you were.
No. Young, that's probably when our bodies look the best.
All right, so we got 2 Latinos.
Yes.
And a few weeks into the summer, you and Lydia started hanging out alone.
Yes.
And you had the benefit of, when you would go up there, your dad and your stepmom would be at work all day. Your sisters would be up the street at your aunt's house. So your dad's house was always empty.
Yes.
I'm assuming you would ask her to hang out at your dad's house.
Mm-hmm.
Because you two...
Because we were older.
You two quickly became friends, correct?
Yes, we did.
And it was like, oh, hey, let's hang out tomorrow without my cousin. Let's hang out alone.
Alone. But that's part of growing up and getting to know one another. And because we were older, we were the oldest out of
Yeah.
all the other kids.
Do you remember your cousin getting jealous, or did she not know, or did she not care?
I don't think she cared too much. I'm sure there was
She
points
helped your
where
aunt
she
out a
would
lot,
have.
though. So she was kind of held
Yeah,
to
she
the
was
babysitting.
Yeah, she was
Whereas
more
you weren't
hands-on with the kids.
expected to babysit.
No.
So you kind of got a little bit more freedom.
I did.
And obviously Lydia didn't even have anything to do with the babysitting.
No.
So you got her alone pretty easily.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't something that I tried. It's kind of like it fell into.
Yeah.
So.
But you had your own bedroom. He always had a bedroom for you. So you had your own bedroom at your dad's house. No one's home.
Yes.
Or did you hang out in the living room?
No.
Outside?
We often hung out Well, yeah.
Did girl stuff.
In the bedroom.
Talked about your nails.
And
painted your nails.
yes, outside in the yard. But we typically did what girls do, which was hang out in the bedroom.
So who makes the first move?
It's kind of mutual, but I'll say it was her.
And you both had boyfriends at the time.
Yes, we did.
Did you ever meet her boyfriend?
No.
You never met him?
No.
Like the whole summer?
No.
Not once?
Don't care about her boyfriend.
So she must not have been that close with her boyfriend.
No, I would just...
And you were obviously completely far
away
away
from
your
my
boyfriend. She makes the first move. How does that happen?
It's kind of one of those things as girls talk, doing hair, nails, trying on each other's clothes, bathing suits or whatever. It was like, oh, I wonder how you kiss. How do you kiss your boyfriend? Why kiss him like this? Well,
is that normal for a girl? I just
it
always
was
thought that
for
was like a
us.
guy's fantasy that wasn't actually true.
That's what led to ours.
Well, that's awesome.
So,
So she asks you to kiss her like you kiss your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then you do just make out.
Yes, I wanted
Was
to
it-
know.
Do you remember the first kiss, or was it too long ago?
No, I remember it was contingent on us telling each other how we were with kissing. Like, be honest. Am I a good kisser, or are you a good kisser? But it turned it out into way more than what we thought.
How far along into the summer was this? Like maybe a month or shorter?
Into the summer, when we first started, it was a couple weeks of me being there.
Gotcha. Now beyond kissing, did this quickly evolve?
Yes, very quickly. That entire summer, we were finding ways to be with each other. But she was my first experience as far as heavy petting, touching the boobies, fingering, licking the boobies.
But no oral.
No.
I always find that fascinating about this story.
Yes, me too, as older. As
You
an
too.
older woman.
You too scissored,
Yes.
fingered,
Very fun. I
titty
learned a lot
licking,
about myself.
titty sucking,
Yes.
but no oral.
No.
Just too young, or did you just not want to? at
No,
that point?
I go back to think that I was too young. Like, I didn't know what to do. I'm still stuck on that. I wish I would have.
But it's middle of the summer. You two are just
middle of the
butt
summer.
naked in your room scissoring.
Yes.
Was this a daily occurrence? Or almost a daily occurrence? That you two would do something. Not scissoring, but would you? that
Oh,
you would do
yeah.
something.
It was daily. At least Monday through Friday, for sure.
Now, could you tell one crazy story? Like, where was the craziest place you two hooked up? Or was it just always at your dad's house?
The roller coaster.
What about the roller coaster? You can't just look at me and go, the roller coaster. What do you mean?
I fingered her on a roller coaster. That was like the highlight of my summer.
Was it while they were taking the picture?
No, don't be weird. I was
that
crazy
hard?
about her. What?
To finger a girl on a roller coaster?
No, it was dark out.
Seems difficult.
No, it was pretty hot. You're just mad you weren't there.
Well, because you're sitting, so that would be like the leverage just isn't
Sitting,
there.
She was sitting there. No, it was fine. Hey, look, it worked out.
I guess. Hey.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was.
You fingered a girl in a place I never fingered a girl. That's pretty impressive.
You're jealous.
But that's the craziest place that you guys did anything at.
Yeah,
Now, you two did get a little overzealous towards the end of the summer.
we did. It got really bad.
Because, like, and I asked you, was it every day? Because I know that you would sometimes, you and her would go to your aunt's house and help out your cousin and your aunt with watching your sisters and stuff.
Mm-hmm. We would make up games too. We would be like, let's go play hide and go seek. You guys go upstairs. We'll go downstairs.
So is this how you got her alone?
When there was other people around, yeah. Especially the younger ones.
Well, you gotta get rid of the kids.
Yes. So you're like, oh,
So
Go count.
so that was your game, hide and seek.
yeah.
So you start your hide and go seek game, and you and Lydia would be like in pairs.
Oh yeah, we're always partners.
Oh, so you had partners with hide and go seek. There's that many of you,
There was. Like, Puerto Ricans are, like, we're like Mexicans.
and you end up at one point.
There's a million of us.
So you and Lydia find yourselves in your cousin's room, playing hide and go seek.
Yes.
Now, are you legit playing hide and go seek, or are you just really trying to separate because you just want to fuck around?
We were trying to separate.
So you could fuck around.
Yes.
So you get in your cousin's room, and you brilliantly thought this was the best place to fuck around.
Yeah, kind of embarrassing at this point, so.
So you two are, you start, do you lock, you don't lock the door?
No, I didn't lock the door at all, and it was shame on me.
So you two start going at it. So what position are you in leading up to the incident?
Well, we were kissing. I believe both of our tops were off. I was on top of her.
So she was laying down, you were on top of her.
Yeah, we're on the bed.
And who walks in?
My aunt walked in on us.
What is the reaction from your aunt?
Well, I don't speak Spanish.
Shockingly.
Yeah, but she does.
Does she speak English?
Yeah, she speaks.
Because I know a lot of your family does not.
No, a lot of my family doesn't. This aunt does, but it's broken. But she instantly looks at me and then loses her mind on Lydia in Spanish.
Is Lydia arguing back in Spanish?
Oh, yeah.
So you have no clue what's going on.
I have no idea.
You're like,
what
I
the
just got caught,
conversation.
and these two are screaming at each other in Spanish, and I have no clue what's being said. It's in Spanish.
And I have no idea what the fuck is going on right now. I just know that I'm trying to gather my thoughts, grab my shirt, and they're screaming at each other in Spanish.
So I'm assuming she sends Lydia home.
Yes. And that's the day that everything changed.
So she sends Lydia home, and then she stick you in the corner.
She never said anything to me.
So you just walked downstairs awkwardly, and you were I'm just going to sit on the couch.
The most fucking... Oh, my God. It was humiliating because I know for a fact she said something to my dad.
So she did tell your dad?
I know she did.
Did your dad say anything to you?
No. But things changed from that moment with Lydia and with my aunt and with my dad.
And by that, you mean like you weren't allowed to stay home by yourself anymore?
No, and
did your dad, was he just like, you have to go to your aunt's from now on? Every day? And he just dropped it at that?
Yeah, like he never said anything.
Like, Naomi, you have to go to your aunt's every day. You can't stay home alone. Mm-hmm. And then he just turned around and walked.
Didn't say anything to me. Just didn't say anything.
Now, when you go to your aunt's now, like the next day, the next week.
No, I'm already feeling
awkward. Is that?
I'm counting my days till I catch the fucking plane.
Did your aunt ever try to say anything to you?
No.
So she caught you, told your dad, and then everybody acted like it didn't happen.
We had a couple more like family events.
That Lydia was invited to?
That Lydia was invited to.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you still talk to Lydia at these events?
No. We weren't allowed. You could just tell.
So people like kept you apart?
Yes.
That's so weird.
It's fucking bizarre. But we knew.
Because you two wanted to talk to each other.
Oh, most definitely. We left things unsaid that summer.
So when you two would like approach each other, what?
No, we didn't. We didn't talk after that.
So they kept you separated without saying a word to either one of you about what happened. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's hard to fathom.
Well, and you got to think of the time too. You're talking the 90s? The 90s, 16.
Oh, yeah, so you couldn't text each other.
No. We didn't have cell phones.
Beepers?
Are you kidding me? No.
Beep, beep, miss you.
No. And when I was visiting my dad, I mean, my grandma doesn't even speak English.
No.
So, yeah. No. There would have been a whole conversation that took place.
And there was probably a lot of people there at these gatherings, so it was probably easier to...
Yes.
And you kind of knew anyways, so you were probably avoiding her a little bit.
No, but I knew, but it opened up that adventure with her that summer. That completely opened my mind up to
other women.
Girls.
But
women.
you didn't hook up with another girl for a long time.
For a very long time after that. I was scolded. You got to think, as a teenager.
Was it that you were scolded, or was it that you were just really still into Lydia? Like, how hard was it for you to let her go?
Oh, I had hang-ups with her for a long time.
Like years?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you two did not hook up the rest of the summer?
No.
You two did not hang out the rest of the summer?
No. I still think to this day we have things
and you didn't
left
talk
unsaid.
to her for a long time after that, because when you left that following summer, you got pregnant.
Yes, and I never went back to my dad's
Which had
again.
to be a complete mind fuck for your dad. She just got
But
caught
was it,
with
though?
another woman.
He never talked to me
and
about
now she's
it.
pregnant.
But he never talked to me about it.
Well, I can see that, because he's your dad. He's not going to talk to you about that.
Really?
In the 90s?
In the 90s? No, I think they probably, the conversation could have been like.
You were probably a lesbian. And then you
that,
popped up pregnant the next summer. And
they could have argued.
What the hell have you been doing?
Yeah, but he could have argued with my aunt, like, you didn't really see what you think you saw. I mean, he never questioned me.
Yeah, he could have justified a lot. But he didn't justify it that far because he kept you apart.
Everything was awkward after that.
With your dad or with just the family?
Just the family in general.
Do you think other people knew in your family?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No. But
you have spoken to Lydia since, because after Well, when Facebook came out, you guys became Facebook friends and stuff.
Yes.
And you've talked on social media. And we tried to, I do remember us trying to meet up with her when we visited your dad one summer. And
the summer we were dating,
adamant.
actually.
Yeah, we were dating. And we went up there. And you wanted to meet up with Lydia. But your dad, I remember, was adamant that you two did not. He was constantly trying to come up with stuff. And I'm like, why does he not want us to meet up with this girl?
Right. We had plans with him to go to the beach and I think out to dinner with him. And she wanted to...
making plans.
Yeah.
Anytime her name was brought up. To the point that I noticed it and didn't know about that story.
Yeah, but No, I didn't tell you, but I...
Because the first time we met your dad, I met your dad. We'd only been dating for like 6 months.
Yeah, that's not something I would have told you.
No, I knew you liked chicks. I knew of a couple of things, but like not to that extent. I didn't know about Lydia. I had no idea.
No.
And your dad was obviously trying to keep you away from her, which was just odd.
But you know what? It didn't, like, I kind of thought that, like, this asshole. He must know. But our time was limited up there.
Your dad cock-blocked me. That could have happened.
That could have happened.
Because I think she was recently divorced at that point.
She was. She was actually going through a hard time. Yeah. She honestly was.
But you two to this day now, you speak every once in a while on social media.
We do. We actually just talked the other day.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
That's good.
We have never brought up, like, oh, this is what we did in the past. I think that's something that we would have to see. Yeah, but
if you got a few drinks in you two and got you alone, you'd probably start talking about it.
Might have to pick up.
So that's it. That's our introduction. That's your introduction into the girl-on-girl world.
Wasn't that exciting.
And hopefully this podcast wasn't as terrible as we were nervous about it being. We've heard some people's first podcasts, and they're usually terrible, so I'm okay with it if this is terrible.
You are?
It's fine.
You're okay?
It's fine. Nobody's going to listen anyways. Who cares? No. Who gives a shit?
It's okay.
It's just us listening.
Uh-huh. And just talking. Talking like we always do.
But, we'll be back with another episode soon. I don't know how many we plan on doing.
Depends on how well this goes.
Maybe. Or we just might keep doing it just for the fucking fun of it.
It's because it's fun.
It is kind of fun. You just sit here and
drink. We're hiding from kids.
We're hiding from kids. We're drinking. We're talking about sex. I get to listen to your girl and girl stories. This is fun for me. All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap this up. Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Unicorn Hunters. If you would like to contact Jack and Naomi, you can reach them directly at unicornhunters.com. The E is a 3. Love the podcast? Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And as always, happy hunting.